Hello, Big Brother fans. I've been missing again, but sometimes, when there's really not anything to say on an episode, it's kind of like, kind of like last night. But I just wanted to say that the Zingbot, I wish that they'd had more with the Zingbot going on, because it was kind of funny watching how the guests reacted to the zingers, zingers. Some of them were funny, some of them were like, like telling Lane that everything's bigger in Texas but his brain. I just kind of wondered who was under the Zingbot is basically what it was, the bitchiness, cattiness, that went on in the house when Rachel came in, it was kind of expected, but it was kind of like, I can't believe you're wasting our time showing us the, the pettiness. Although it did make a point, really. Rachel went in, in her high and mighty, you need to be good to me because I'm on the jury and I'm a vote. But she was assuming right then and there that Reagan was going to make it to the end when, unless he can really team up with people who are really going to, get his back, I don't see him going for very much further. I mean, he won this POV, but yeah, we'll see how that goes, because he hasn't shown any kind of winning abilities in the past, So that'll be interesting to watch, because he's safe tonight. So the only persons that Matt can put up that one would assume would be Brittany and Kathy. But, there also is Hayden and Enzo. And, because even though they're in their brigade, you never really see Matt talking a whole lot. At least, well, of course, they decide what they're going to air and what they're going to edit out. But you never really see any of his thoughts, really. He's just very smug, always sits in his corner, grinning, doing whatever, So it's really hard to predict what's going to happen there. But, I mean, if I had to guess what was going to happen, my guess is that he would put Kathy up in there. If he was smart, he'd put Brittany up, because there's that threesome. But it's also very smart for him to have his alliances outside of the brigade, because even though if you're with the brigade and that's your main alliance, you have to have people that you kind of massage along the way that's going to end up in the jury house without really kind of dicking them over, Then let's see, what else was there that I wanted to talk about. Lane is actually someone now that I'm beginning to enjoy. He's always just come across as the beef, the brawn, the lunk, whatever. But sometimes the things that he says in the diary room are just a little bit, they really they make me giggle at times. And let's see, what else? I think I didn't write anything down, so I'm just winging it. But tonight will be very interesting. That is for sure. And so I'm going to have to either get on here and see, because I'm 3 hours now? I'm 3 hours behind the West Coast. So I have good friends, and they're all very well-intentioned, but I'm either going to have to go and find out who was thrown up and thrown out right away, as whatever time. I think it's like 4 or 5 o'clock my time. I can go in and check and find out how that happened. Sometimes they send spoilers, or say, oh my God, can you believe so and so was kicked out? And it's kind of like, ugh, Yeah, but I do read the forums, and I do go in and I do check. Tonight is actually one of the nights that I would really actually prefer to just watch it live, and it's impossible for me to stay offline pretty much from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed, because my work comes through the internet. So anyways, okay, you people, I will more than likely be back later this evening or tomorrow morning when I'm fresh. So you guys have a wonderful night and enjoy tonight's episode.